Are the workers' rights not being prioritized in this country and we're entitled to suggesting it should be different? I don't think so.
So I just got yelled at for asking a very reasonable question. So I'm applying to go somewhere, and I just wanted to know, are there accommodations for people who struggle with time blindness and being on time, you know? And then the person I was with interrupted and acted like I was asking something else, and then when we were done, they actually started yelling at me and saying that accommodations for time blindness doesn't exist, and if you struggle with being on time, you'll never be able to get a job. You know, provided you're trying your absolute best to be there. And then they're like, your stupid generation wants to destroy the workplace. And yeah, I think that a culture where workers are just cut off because they struggle with being on time, when there's other solutions that we can...
I'm about to say something. I feel like this is one of those fucking moments where I just trigger the absolute worst babies on the internet by criticizing this. You know what I mean? This is going to make chat go crazy. Alert, alert, alert. No, this is yet another instance where it's like, y'all ain't ready for that conversation. It's like, no, we are. No, we are. What are you saying? What's going on? We are ready for this conversation. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. What is going on? Oh my Lord. Don't do it. You're going to look like an old ass man. Yeah, no. The way it goes on the internet is that the more Zoomer you are, or the younger you are, the more valid your frustrations are in this situation. That's how it goes. Like young people can never have like ridiculous accommodations that they're looking for. Oh. Yeah. They ain't ready for the response. Exactly. It's not even like y'all ain't ready for that conversation. It's that you're just not ready for the response. Okay, let me explain something to you. Okay? Let me explain something. Like the time blindness thing. Okay? I have ADHD. Okay? I have ADHD. Now, before you fucking jump on the, well, your experiences with ADHD are different than everyone else's, Sweaty, so why do you do this, blah, blah, blah. It's like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You're not doing can I get a fucking ramp for my wheelchair, American Disabilities Act shit. You're not like a disability activist. You're just saying, like, why can't everybody else work on my time? Even the way I look at it is this, okay? The way I look at it is this. You are now trying to attack the concept of time and and just like a fundamental way as to how a team operates in every formation. Doesn't have to be like an undemocratic one. Doesn't have to be an undemocratic authoritarian formation like modern day corporations. You're just critical of the way people work with one another. Okay? It also is another aspect of hyper medicalizing every fucking like trait that we have and trying to get accommodations for it from the same lens of like, oh, well, this is technically a disability. Okay? To be fair, bro, that's kind of how you operate. Your personality is being late and forcing people to accommodate to that. First of all, I cannot believe that you are on Twitch.motherfucking TV. Twitch.motherfucking television, for short. And you have the audacity to say that I am not the most punctual, most organized, most on-time motherfucking Twitch streamer, the most consistent motherfucking Twitch streamer on the fucking planet. Okay? Are you out of your mind? Don't ever come at me like that. Even if it's a joke. You're late every day. Bitch, I'm here every day. And I'm late every day by like 10 to 20 minutes. Sometimes an hour when I got a bunch of other real world shit that I need to do for a time commitment that is 8 to 10 hours a day. Okay? You're out of your fucking mind. Come on now. Come on now. Sometimes I'm late. Sometimes I'm 13 minutes late to the top of the hour. Okay? 13 minutes late. And I tell you, if you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe, which you can do for $5 or free with the Twitch Prime. But the ad break still comes. Let me see how that excuse works at any other workplace. Yeah, I worked at other workplaces, and I actually arrived on time. The fuck are you talking about? My point is, with the amount of freedom that I have, you can look at the rest of the workforce here at twitch.motherfucking-television and recognize that, all things considered, this is the most punctual ass fucking stream of all time. Okay? It's actually Twitch Tavalu. Shut up. I don't care. No, it's twitch.television. It's crazy. Because the normal way that this should work is you just go live whenever the fuck you want. You go live for 3 hours some days, 10 hours others, 14 hours on one day. You know what I mean? Or you just don't go live for 3 weeks in a row. Okay? Meanwhile, I'm here every goddamn day. Come on now. Here's the 3-minute ad break now.
We can look to. I think that just anybody who thinks it's okay to just
The too afraid to answer the phone population is mad at you now. Good job.
meet people like that, yeah, that culture needs to be dismantled. And then I asked that person, how can you feel good about yourself upholding this kind of system? And then to think I'm entitled. No, if people think it's okay to treat others like this, that's entitlement.
That's awesome. That's fire. Ay, ay, ay. So the person who yelled at her apparently was her mom. And apparently she's like anti-trans and pro-life or some shit. Is that what it is? How the fuck is the job supposed to give you accommodation to get to work on time? Like, that's some shit you need to do before work. Set a timer, accommodate yourself. No, she took yet another understandable grievance with the structure of a workplace. Okay. And then turned it into an incredibly petty conversation where she's like kind of in the wrong. You know what I mean? Do you see what I'm saying? Do you understand it? Like, it's peak online activism. And a lot of radlibs themselves are completely blind to like the weirdness of this thing, because you guys hear the right words come out of her mouth. You hear structural analysis that sounds exactly like the ones that you've engaged in many times over. And then you go, oh, it must be real. It must be right. It must be true. Without ever thinking like, well, what if this was like a team situation where like you are required to be on a deadline or on time, and like all of the other, like you're fucking over other people. It's turning worker self-actualization into HR language. Why are you assuming that an accommodation for this would interfere with the workplace? Oh, because she said she has ADHD, time blindness, and vibes. 100%. And she left out whether or not she also personally left out what the actual circumstance was. And there are tools that can assist you to accommodate for that kind of problem. Oh God, I just meant not punish people for being 10 minutes late. I'm sorry. And also, like, again, I also have ADHD. Guess what? You know what I also have? A fucking iPhone with 11 alarms set. You know what I mean? Good thing we have technology that helps for that kind of thing. Like the help for her disability, the accommodation would come from like what? Giving her a phone with a fucking alarm setting capability on it. You know what I mean? It was during a college visit. So what was it? What was the what is there another video from her that like explains the situation? Is that what it is? Streamer Christian AUDHD, politics, economics, futurism. I am STEM girl. Oh, she went live and explained it, I guess, because notice that's another systemic compliance that intersects the individual. Yeah, I'm a STEM lord. My bad ideas stem from the Lord. Where is it? Does anybody have it or no? Anyway. The video where she explains that it was her mom that fucking yelled at her. Someone was saying that she went live and then talked about how it wasn't actually a real workplace and that it was actually her mom that yelled at her. And then people found out that she's also transphobic and pro-life.
Somewhere, and I just wanted to know, are there accommodations for people who struggle with time blindness and being on time?
It was her mom. It was her mom that made those comments. She got yelled at by her mom. This girl went on live, disclosed this information. She also said that being transgender is morally wrong. And then she also said that she does not have a diagnosis of ADHD. But she's also not self-diagnosed. What does that even mean?
It means someone in her family diagnosed her with it. And that's just a way to say that. Oh, God. Classic XC take, but he said what writers, actors want.
Everybody